Okay, so today we're going to do things which are a lot of fun, but also which are very, very meaningful. So this is about composition. And no project can move on without knowledge about composition. And composition is basically, well, it's, you know, it's like giving birth to a child. When we are creating a project, when that child is, you know, should have 2 legs, 2 ears, 1 nose, and nothing should be too big, nothing should be too, well, too long, too short. I mean, like, it should be a nice baby. Or, well, yeah. Anyway, so this is what we're going to work with today. And composition is, it's math. It's mathematics, it's geometry. And, but it's not just that, it's a story. So every composition, every good composition tells a very interesting, very eloquent story. But it also is perfectly sculpted geometrical shape. And we'll talk about scale, we'll talk about monumental scale, and about how something is big next to something small. And we'll tell a few stories right here. This is not, well, not the best console table to use because it's a bit too big, but that's what we have, and maybe it's even better because it gives us the space to create something really interesting. And what you've seen around the world, all hotels, all the bedrooms, there is something like this, 2 lamps and the picture. And that's, well, so something like that, and some, the objects I'm using now are completely random, including some paper cups, stones, rocks, vases, whatever we had in the office. So we are working not necessarily with extremely interesting objects, but we are seeing this as geometry, which is telling a story in its own right. So this is horribly boring and definitely needs something else. What I would do, I would start with maybe this paper, craft paper is one of my favorite things, or even the old print out of drawings or whatever you have. That makes a very nice vertical thing. It could use another white one, actually. Can you find an A3 which is white? It's still quite boring. So we'll put this here. So now the size of this vase, before we only saw the lamps. There was nothing but the lamps. And now the lamps are kind of disappearing slowly. They're becoming just the borders of this thing. And now the size of this vase, together with the paper, next to the stone is very significant. But wait, what happens if you put, let's say that. No, that's too big. You put this here. So the dimensions are changing. The scale of the whole thing is changing. But let's make it a little bit more interesting. And for that, we need some. So it's not just geometry; it's also materials and the textures of materials. We're not going to go into color at all, pretty much. Maybe just a little bit, but. The materials and their combinations are, well, it's like in cooking. Good chefs, they say that every dish needs to have something salty, something sweet, something bitter, something spicy, So all the tastes should be combined in one dish to make it perfect. The same goes for interiors and for any composition that we're working with. I insist on having something of nature in everything that can look good. And for that reason, we're gonna do this a little bit and a little bit more. And well, it's pretty nice already, but not yet, not completely finished yet. Okay, check this out, what's gonna happen. So, in Russian there is a saying, the raising on the cake, but it's probably cherry on something in English.
The cherry on top.
Yes. So, if we put here this thing. Whee! Don't move. The whole thing becomes a story. Now you can actually, well, see a person here, and that person can be interesting. We take this away. It goes back to kind of less interesting. What if we put this? This little cherry becomes the most important thing. Everything else, the lamps, we don't see them anymore. The paper, the vase, doesn't matter. This thing is extremely important. Let's change it to something else. Here, for example. A different story, a different person, different character. I prefer, I don't know, which one do you like? This one or red one?
I like the color of that one, but I like the size of the wall.
Okay, let's do the...
Yeah, it's hard to see the flat. Yeah.
Okay, let's do this one then. And to make it a little bit more... so there's a problem with a lot of interiors. They are too serious. People are taking themselves way too serious, and it's too grown up. And I think that self-irony is, in general, a very good quality of a person. So something that puts things, you know, puts it a little bit, not on a lower level, but grounding it a little bit. So I would do something like that. And this is the roots of the banyan tree that is growing outside, and it's way too much of them. So I had to cut it. Anyway, where would that go? That can go maybe here. Maybe here. Okay, there we go. Well, with this particular story, I would stop and move on. Let's do something else. We can leave the lamps. Yes, so symmetry. Symmetry is important. Symmetry gives this sense of balance, stability, that everything is good, nothing is falling down, no earthquakes. Symmetry can also be a killer of joy. So for this reason, okay, so there is clear symmetry here, but at the same time, this seemingly random arrangement of the other things. Yes, let's do something completely different. So now we're gonna put, yeah, let's do the heavy stuff. The artist and the art. I need it. Yeah, it's okay. Okay.
I'm looking for more screen time.
I'm gonna make it completely different. So, ooh. So this is chaos. There is like, whoa, this is really horrible to look at. So we need to balance. I'm sorry, but I didn't mean the art. The art is beautiful. Composition-wise, it's total crap. But if we put this thing here, another one, a little bit like that. So it's starting to be a little bit balanced, but it's still like, there is nothing much good happening there. So we are gonna need to fill this emptiness. Yeah, this is clearly like nothing. And what goes there? What goes there? What goes there? Need something not too big. Let's do this. And that's actually a good moment to talk about repetition. So that is the easiest thing to do in any good composition, to repeat the same thing over and over and over again. Even if I take everything out and leave just this, it will be okay. I mean, not extremely interesting, but okay. Now this needs some life. Not this life, some other life. Some other life. Some other life will be... some other life will be that. Can I have the other, where are the other roots? Thank you. Much. Okay, well, a little bit of, a little bit of a character, but not enough. Not enough. So, a little more life, unorganized. Okay. It's getting somewhere, but still not quite clear, right? So we still need something to balance. We need something white over there, right? We need something white. And that white can be this. Okay, and now this little tiny thing. The tiny thing will be, I know exactly what I need, and it has to be black. This one is too big. Is it? Is it too big? Yeah, it should be smaller. But anyway, this can stay here for now. I'll find something black smaller. And but now this is kind of telling a story. It's, there is balance here. This is, like, if you would see that, you would go like, oh, okay, this is interesting. There is somebody traveling, somebody reading books, and there is a thought in this whole geometrical constellation. And but let's try with the that maybe. So the tiny dot, the cherry, where are we going to put it? Not really. That's weird. So here. Okay, well, I'm happy. We can move on. We're just going to change this thing. And change it to that. Okay. Well, this gives us a completely different background. Everything has changed. The whole character, the story, the person, everything is different. But it's clearly going from here and into nothingness. And this nothingness needs a balance. So we can do several things. And also the color, yeah? The color here is going into this soft, very, sleepy kind of thing, which we can either keep. No, I don't like that it's the same size. No, it's not going to be that, because I like those glass ones over there. But maybe we can rearrange it a little bit. Okay, where is that thing? And here we go. It's already pretty good. It's already nicely balanced, quite interesting, but now clearly missing something here. So as we build things, we start from the emptiness, the empty space, and then as we fill them up, the defects, the kind of mistakes in what we are doing are becoming more and more obvious. So now, like, everything is done, clearly something is missing here. We can do the rock, or we can do, we can try this. Wow, this is so heavy. It's a nice little detail there. This actually is making this whole story now. Those blue balls are magical. Okay, so for me, this is still a little bit too warm. We can make it even warmer, and with, for example, something like that. Jesus. Something like that. And this can go here. So now it's like really like nicely sleepy. I can totally see myself dreaming about a hammock. But I do prefer some cheerfulness in this particular composition, so why not that, which will be invisible, right? But invisible things are never invisible. Okay, let's keep the blue stuff. And make it a little bit. So now this blue ball, which was quite small, is becoming quite big. And still there is something missing there. What can we do? Okay, can do that. Can do that. Still need something. Well, actually I'm quite happy. This is nice. Let's change it again a little bit. I think we are done with those for a bit. blue stuff can go. No, here. And one of those. So, okay. Okay, this is starting to look like somebody lives here. This is more eloquent. I like this word eloquent. I actually think that that should be the style of the future, eloquent design. And it's not just telling a story, it's just telling a story with many clever words. Not too many, but with clever words. And here there is a balance. Maybe it's a little bit too busy, but I really like this thing. So, okay, now we're going to change it again. And we're going to add some fabric, starting with simple white one. Okay, fancy. I hate ironing, but this one, even for me, is a little bit too much of. Let's do something like that. Okay, so this gives us a completely different dimension. And what's going to happen here? Well, let's try something, because this can go into a very posh, classical direction, which we don't want. So we're going to do something crazy. Ta-da! And why not? And now, on top of that, yeah, we need some glass. Or, actually, if we're going crazy, why not go crazy completely? And do that. Okay. Well, this is something else. Still needs some work. There you go. And what's going to happen on this fabric? We need something on the fabric. This should go. We can do a little bit of antiquity, why not, in the background. And, oh yeah, these things are always very photogenic. One is enough. And now we need something there. Something not too big. Blue ball again would be actually very beautiful. But what the hell? Why not? It makes everything. It's really weird. And you know that in interiors, in any, like, you know, final, everything is done, all the sofas are there. If you put a small light blue cushion, everything changes. It just does it. I don't know why. Okay, let's just do something different. These ones go. And these two. Ta-da! Now we need they need the paper. Where is the paper? The paper is here. We need the vertical. 1 and 2. Oh. Okay, now it became quite unbalanced because the color moved in this corner, and that's a bit, no, I'm not going to do that. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. There you go. So shape-wise, nice harmony. Everything is working together, and I do like the story. It is a little bit crazy, but crazy is good. So now, one more thing. I think he will like. The feathers? No, I'm so sorry. The feathers would be nice. Maybe this should. No, no feathers for you. Can't do that. Yeah, that's okay. That's nice. Still need something small there, and it can be, yeah. Okay, let's do the crystal. No, you won't see that. Let's do this. And, oh yeah, a shell. No. That is part of the game, by the way. I don't always know what's right, and I mean, Andrea knows when we're working on projects, and we do. I mean, we keep working on it. We go almost to the end, and then we say no, that doesn't work. So just start over. So yeah, still needs something. Still needs something. 2 globes, not the best thing. What can it be? What can it be? Oh, yes, of course. That. That and something inside it. Oh, something inside it can be. Brushes. Why not? Okay, done.